when I read the preamble, you must have seen the fraternity. An idea struck us. It may be subject to future scrutiny. As on today, it stands as a good law. Reputation or the individual dignity are inextricably connected. They are part of the same part. In the defamation case, all of you might be aware of it, Subramaniam Swamy case. By talking about constitutional fraternity, the court said, it's a constitutional value which is to be cultivated by the people themselves as a part of their social behavior. There are two schools of thought, one canvassing individual liberalization and the other advocating for protection of an individual as a member of the collective. The individual should have all rights under the Constitution, but simultaneously he has the responsibility to live up to the constitutional values like essential brotherhood, the fraternity that strengthens the social interest. Fraternity means brotherhood and common interest. Right to censor and criticize does not conflict with the constitutional objectivity to promote fraternity. You criticize me, you criticize your friend, but do not defame him, do not assault on his reputation. You see, I do not know how many of you were present on the last occasion. But I want to tell one thing, then I will come to my conclusion. I'll read that out. How many of you heard me last occasion? Oh, very few, doesn't matter. Then I can repeat. This is associated with human dignity or dignity of an individual, not with a statute, but the Constitution also protects that statutes. You see, nowadays we have ramps and so many things for handicapped people. There is reservation for handicapped people. We are respecting them because we respect them as our brothers, as our fellow citizens. Sometime, I don't know how many thousand years back, there was a rishi called, I'm repeating, I'm conscious. There was a rishi called Ashtabakra. Have you heard of his name? No, not from the front, from the back. Anyway, there's a man called Ashtabakra, means he had 8 deformities in his body. He was a young boy. He asked his mother, "Mother, where is my father? Where has he gone?" The mother said that he has gone to Mithila to do a Rajaswa Yajna. He has not come back. Now I would like to go meet my father. The mother said, "You are so deformed, how can you go?" He insisted and he went. He reached Mithila. Janaka was the king. And Janaka was coming in a procession. You see, despite the Janaka Rishi, as a king, he has to behave like a king. He was coming in a procession. Ashtabakra was thrown off the road. He was thrown off the pavement also. Then, later on, Janaka came to know that Ashtabakra has arrived in the city. He sent for him. He refused to go. Ultimately, the Prime Minister of the Mithila country came. He said, "Please come." He accompanied the Prime Minister. Then the king said, "Oh Rishi, what have I done that you don't intend to come to my kingdom, come to my palace?" He said, "Janaka, you have violated the traffic rule." You know what is the traffic rule? It still holds good today. Ashtabakra says, "Do you know who have got the right priorities on the road associated with handicapped people? Andhasya panthaha, the first right on the road, that of a blind man. Andhasya panthaha, Badhirasya panthaha, the second right, that of a man who is deaf. Third, bhara bahasya panthaha, the man who is carrying the load. Fourth, striyu panthaha, then the fourth right is that of ladies. Then rajyaha panthaha, then comes the right of the king. Treat all of you as kings. But your right is the fifth right. And that shows how our culture, how our institution, how our society believed and really practiced in the concept of individual dignity. Now, coming back to conclusion only. In conclusion, I may say with all the humility at my command that individual dignity, which is epitomized in many an article of the Constitution, has to be zealously sustained. It should be the sacrosanct duty of each one of you to act as the guiding angel of individual dignity, having respect for dignity of the collective. You see, that is the caveat. Don't think I, myself, my dignity, your dignity, but simultaneously also care for others' dignity, because combined dignity is the collective dignity. You know the definition of selfishness? You see, people have a wrong notion about selfishness. He thinks he is selfish. He is not selfish. I read a definition and I am going to agree with it individually. Selfishness is not egocentricness. Selfishness is not self-centered. Selfishness is not that you are going to eat this. Selfishness is not that you want to improve in life. Selfishness, that is utter selfishness, when you think others should think as you like them to think. That is the extreme selfishness. That is why Frederick the Great is called the greatest selfish man ever born on the surface of earth. He said, I have a pact with my people. I have a settlement with my people. I have a compromise with my people. I want them to speak as they like, and they want me, they have permitted me to do what I want to do. What kind of philosophy? Absolute selfishness, where you don't care for collective dignity. Therefore, I am sure you care for your individual dignity and collective dignity. I am absolutely indubitable you shall carry forward the motto with appropriate inspiration, enthusiasm, and sincerity. Lastly, when young people lend you ears, you feel happy. I'll carry my happiness home. I will tell at my family, I didn't feel happy. They will ask me, why you didn't feel happy? Did the students whisper? Did they talk? I'll say no. They maintained silence. They were disciplined. I am not happy. I am delighted. I am enthralled. Thank you.